everybody's going to jump on the get rid of Popovich bandwagon. I mean, I'm seeing quite a few in the comments right now. Guys, Pop can't shoot for you too. I mean, Pop can't. What is Pop supposed to do with this? He can't shoot for you too. As far as Pop, someone said Pop didn't make any adjustments. That's insane. I don't know what you're talking about. Were we watching the same game? I don't know. At this point, it's just so many. It's like every game is something small, and that usually happens with young teams as well. Like, it's always something that's an issue. It's like this game, it was the shooting. It's like when the defense is on point, it's the shooting. When the shooting's good, the defense slips up. It's always something. Your audio is choppy. Oh crap, is it? Is my audio choppy? Someone let me know. Somebody else, not just Fly Angel. Is my audio choppy? Hector says no. No, I refreshed, my bad. Audio's good? Okay. I don't know what that was. Yeah, look, guys, Pop can't do everything. I'm sorry. Pop can't do everything. This isn't just a get rid of Pop situation. All right. Pop can't go out there and shoot the ball for you. I mean, it's like I think some people think that Popovich, all he needs to do is give some type of inspirational speech, some early 2000s basketball movie speech, and all of a sudden you can shoot every single shot. You shoot 100%. That's not what happened. If I watched this game, they were in position to win. He did everything he possibly could. As soon as they were in trouble, he implemented something. For instance, 3-point shooting was terrible. He put in Doug McDermott. How did Doug McDermott even do? He hit his first one. He went 2 for 5 from 3. It's like what do you do? What do you do? It's like in every time someone says what they want Popovich to do, it's like, okay, and then what? Okay, and then what? It's like Pop should have made more adjustments. Okay, he made adjustments. Pop need to make sure Jeremy Sohan isn't running point guard. He didn't. Pop needs to make sure that he trades this player. Well, you can't really trade anybody until December 15th. That's when everybody's available. Half the league isn't even available. So what did Pop supposed to do right now? He's teaching them the fundamentals. He's doing everything he possibly can. Every game, the last 3-4 games have been nothing but adjustments. I don't really know what you do here. Not only the 3-point shot guys weren't going, they shot 68% from the free throw line. What does Pop do? That's what I'm saying. It's like, what, we just expect some inspirational speech? He just needs to give them a really good inspirational speech to inspire them. These are professional basketball players. You can't shoot. You can't miss this many free throws. That's on the team. Like, what is Pop supposed to do? Keldon Johnson went 3 for 14. Sohan went 3 for 11. What do you do? What do you do? And not only that, a lot of these shots, the threes especially, were wide open, except for Devin Vassell's shots. But they were basically wide open. Devin went 1 for 9 from 3. What does Pop do? Create offense for easier shots. He wrote things up after every time they called a timeout. He wrote up a different play. He wrote up plays. You can't do anything if they're not executing. He wrote up a beautiful play right out of a timeout for Devin Vassell for alley-oop. They just didn't execute it. What do you do? There's nothing you can do. What do you do? If Pop writes up a play and they don't execute, then what do? Okay, then that player should sit. Okay, and then you put in another player and they can't execute it. No one can give Wemby the ball in good positions, by the way. No one. Everyone blames So. This is what I was trying to say earlier. I was like, it's not just Sohan. Everybody is making this hard on ourselves. Everyone shot themselves in the foot. And in this game especially was terrible because it wasn't just the young guys. It wasn't. I mean, I know Collins, this is technically only his 4th season in the league, so it's kind of the same as Devin Vassell. So there's that. But, I mean, he didn't make it easier. He had a really bad turnover in there. Osman had a really terrible turnover in there. And these were key moments in the game. I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do. You know? The only thing the Spurs can do right now is obviously things need to continue to become habits. Yeah, the free throw shooting was god awful. I mean, I don't know what you do. I'm sorry, guys. When I see 5 for 41, I don't instantly say that's the coach's fault. I say, oh my God, the players need to execute. These weren't bad threes. It was a few of them that were pretty bad. Like I said, Devin Vassell, he took some contested ones that he usually hits. I think even Keldon shot he went 0 for 9. He shot about 3 of them that were contested, I believe. That's just from my memory. I wasn't counting. I think it was about 3 though. 3 or 4. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of them were open threes. I mean, Wemby, every single one of his threes were open, but you can't get mad at Wemby, right? No one can get mad at Wemby. He played hard. 5 blocks, good God. He's so special. Keldon Johnson, he played pretty decent defense. Dude, you know who I was really impressed by? I was really impressed by Trey Jones. I thought Trey Jones had a really good game. I know from the statistics alone, it's like, oh, what? He didn't do anything. But no, dude, he made every second that he was in that game, he played tough. He was difficult to score on. He was difficult to get past. He was constantly moving. He did really good. Trey needs more play time. This is what I'm saying. It's like, this needs to happen. This needs to happen. When those things happen, we were still losing. Do you know how many different lineups we've seen since this losing streak occurred? I really do. I mean, well, this isn't just speculation. The San Antonio Spurs have been struggling ever since Devin Vassell got hurt this season, which is sad to say. But I mean, him and Wemby were definitely keeping us above water early on in the season. And as soon as in that Suns game, he got hurt, Wemby finished it out. And then since then, we've lost. And he's been back, but it hasn't 100% been the same. On occasion, we saw Devin do his thing. It's just been ugly. It's just been ugly. See, everybody, you just randomly saying stuff now. Bring back Primo. Really? See, you don't have any options. We don't have any options. Here's the fact, okay? Here's the hard truth. The San Antonio Spurs aren't a very good team right now. However, they do have a really good skeleton of a good team. Like they have the pieces, but you still need someone else. You need the experience, and then you need a point guard, a real point guard. It's just, yeah, you need a defender, a wing defender, a real wing defender. Hopefully City Sissoko can be kind of that enforcer, but you need a wing defender, and you need a point guard. You need a legitimate point guard. But right now, it is what it is. That's just the facts. I mean, it's just true. The Spurs aren't going to be that great right now. I'm sorry. They're just not. I don't think this will change that much. No. Dude, what are you talking about? Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know. It's just like revisionist history all of a sudden. Like someone said, DeJounte Murray got better when he left the Spurs. No, he didn't. He actually didn't. Even statistic-wise, right when he left the San Antonio Spurs, he had a higher usage rate, but his numbers were down. So, no? Well, actually, he didn't have a higher usage rate. I think the usage rate was the usage rate around the same? It's been a minute since I looked at that. I just know his statistics definitely went down. His efficiency went down slightly. So, no, he was basically, let's just say, the same player. He didn't get better once he left the Spurs. That's absolutely crazy. DeRozan went from averaging 21 to 27. Without looking at the stats right now, from what I remember, when DeRozan got to the San Antonio Spurs, he actually became a better passer. Because then his assists go up. I mean, we can take a glance at it. DeRozan stats. Because, you know, basketball isn't just points. Yeah. Yep. He went from averaging about 7 assists down to 5. So he went down 2 points. And then as far as everything else was pretty good. Why was it only 61? Oh, yeah. Only 61 games. Opposed to 76 he played the season after. Everything else look about the same, though. Why didn't you mention the fact that he's averaging the same amount of points that he averaged with the Spurs his last season with the Spurs? I don't know why you didn't mention that. Just saying things. That's a false narrative. Good God. Clan, who is Pop developing now? He used to develop tons of guys, from Corey Joseph to Kawhi to DeJounte. Who is he developing into a good player? Oh my God, dude. How long has it been? Maybe Devin Vassell. Do you think Devin Vassell's pretty good, or you think he's trash? You think Devin Vassell's trash too? Is Keldon trash? I mean, good God. He only had a player. How long did it take to develop players? Did it take just a season? A couple seasons? Just a season or two? Just a season or two. Sohan has played one NBA season in 21 games. About 25% of his second season. He should be fully developed by now. Like, what are you talking about? How long did it take before Kawhi was who Kawhi became? Like, what are you talking about? No, those players are the same as they were when they first got to the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan got to the Spurs like yesterday. Like, what are you talking about? How long does it take to develop a player? Jeez, man. Let's not start post-talk justifying crap, okay? The fact of the matter is this is a young team. That's number one. Isn't it full excuse? No, because a lot of the mistakes they're making is like middle school stuff. But there's only so much a coach can tell you at this point. This is just on the team. Popovich can't do anything with 12% three-point shooting. It's just not going down. And this is kind of what happens when you start to get on the losing streak as well. Other things stop going on. Like, this is what I really think is going on, okay? And I talked to my boy Swish Hill about this too. This is the theory. So we already know. Well, actually, yeah, I'll save it for another segment. All I wanted to say is it's not Popovich's fault. Whatever. I mean, every single thing that people say about Popovich at this point is like, Pop should do this, and then he do it, and then we still lose. And it's like, okay, what now? Now we're just to the point where it's like Pop should give an inspirational speech for us to win. Like, okay. Pop should get on his players more. Okay. That's all you got? This is the NBA. How many coaches? You got so accustomed to Popovich, like, getting angry, cursing out certain players that can handle it because he knows his personnel, that you just think that should happen every game. Do you see that happen around the league? Do you see players, coaches really get onto their players around? You don't see that. Doesn't happen. Good God. Playing they're worse than they were last year. Pop doesn't develop plays for Wemby. Pop gets Wemby in the right positions. The problem is no one can give Wemby the ball. Their outlet passes are terrible. No one can give him the ball. When they have an open alley-oop for Wemby, no one can give him the ball. They're not capable of doing it. That's the problem. That's the issue. Part of his experience, part of it's their age, sure. Part of it is just skill set, just not necessarily there yet. Part of it is being accustomed to playing with a more of a big man like Jakob. Part of it is never having a guy like Wemby enter the league ever. It's a lot of different things.